You know, there's a Christopher Crowley on Facebook.
Hey everyone, Michelle Lee here. Sorry, gosh. We have been live streaming on and off tonight. We were the first to break this story on a shooting near a grocery store on the east side, the Metro Market. So if you're just joining us, we want to give you some new, I don't want to say suspect, but person of interest information that came out from the police department. See if I can get that for you. Hannah, is that posted somewhere? Everyone's kind of busy trying to gather information.
We just got another tweet with the Jetta information.
Okay, so Jetta information. All right, so here's the deal. This is a very fluid situation. This all started around 8 o'clock tonight. And a 25-year-old was apparently shot in the parking lot of the Metro Market, which is on the east side, Cottage Grove Road. And we've kind of been, like I said, we were the first to report it like almost as soon as it happened. But since then, the news has changed on and off throughout, yes, Heather, that's right, throughout the evening. So what we know is that this appears to be a targeted incident. This involved a 25-year-old woman who was the victim. We are now learning person of interest information, and let me see if I can find that, because I walked out of the newsroom for 3 minutes, and then that's when the person of interest information came out. Hannah, I'm really sorry to bother you. I know you don't always like being on the live stream, but can you tell people the suspect or the person of interest information? What we know?
Person of interest, 26-year-old Christopher O'Crowley.
How do you spell it?
O''Kroley.
Okay.
Possibly driving a 2000 Volkswagen Jetta, license plate number 720KRW. I don't know if that is a Wisconsin plate or not. It doesn't say. He is a white male, 6 feet tall, 180 pounds.
Okay.
He's 26.
Thank you. Hey, are we going to make a gen out of that? Steph. Oh, sorry. Nicole. Are we going to make a gen out of like that information? At least we could come back out of the tag.
I don't think we use that picture.
Because we don't know yet if it's...
Was that the one that police gave us?
I just found on Facebook a picture of... Hannah, did you see that picture I sent you?
No.
No, I mean just like with the license plate and all that jazz.
Oh.
Right?
That's got to be him, because he's got like 5 friends that work at that market.
the same way, too. I mean, if we have a gen like that...
But I don't think we can use that. That could be a mistake.
Yeah, we cannot use that Facebook picture.
No, I meant just like...
You wanna go sit on the set? We got to go to the set, Michelle.
All right.
5:56.
Okay, you guys, sorry.
We'll pick it up again in a second here.
We'll have more information in just 5 minutes, but we got to get out there. Gosh, we've had too much breaking news like this in the last
What time is it?
4 days. It is 9:50. 9:56.
Yeah. Is that what they said?
That's what Hannah sent out.
Okay, yeah,
As long
that's
as
fine.
That's what police
That's
are
fine.
saying. We can't just have Hannah's opinion. What do you got, Max?
All right, so again, hi everyone. Thanks, Bubba.
Thanks.
Sorry. So we're also in this transition. We have a new, our 9 o'clock on Fox is an hour long, so we are kind of doing this microphone shuffle between 9 and 10. And we'll try to get the latest from Keely. When she's live, I will put the television near the phone so that you guys can see, hopefully, and hear what she's talking about. But literally, I went to the bathroom to get ready for the newscast, and I came back, and like, all this information came out. Like, I was like, oh.
During the press conference?
No, the person of interest.
Oh,
Like
yeah, there's not much. I mean,
Did we say anywhere in the intro that this is the Madison's first homicide?
I don't know. We can have that.
Yeah. I just forgot that, like, we haven't had anything like that. I mean, because we've had other things, but just not in Madison. So anyway, did you guys go to school with the person of interest? We want to talk about that during the break. We'll talk about this, what we know, and Keely will probably be in and out of the newscast. And we've had all this winter weather. So your son was working at the store at the time this happened. He was getting done with his shift. Oh my gosh. Have you talked to him? O'Crawley? O'Crawley. Okay. O'Crawley. Got it.
30 seconds. Stand by.
Breaking tonight, we're live with details of a shooting near a grocery store on Madison's east side. And the late-breaking details are coming in now. We understand one person is dead after a shooting happened in the parking lot of the Metro Market on Madison's east side.
Police have identified 26-year-old Christopher O'Crawley as a person of interest. Keely Arthur is live tonight with what police are saying now in the city's first homicide case. Keely. Hold on. There we go. Can they hear that? Can she hear us? Are we asking her questions, or are we just getting out of it?
Stand by.
All right, Keely Arthur reporting live for us tonight from Madison's east side. Keely, we will be expecting updates from you throughout this newscast as well. Right. Of course, another big story tonight is our weather. After a messy day outside, turning now to weather, let's get the latest with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
It was just pretty much wet this evening. We've had some drizzle, some freezing drizzle, and a few flurries. But now we're seeing some snow showers coming in from the west. You can see those on Doppler 3000. In fact, as we widen out the radar view, you can see snow showers extending back into western and central. Those will be here overnight into tomorrow. They could bring us some minor snow accumulations. Temperatures right now are still at or above freezing for most of southern Wisconsin. That's why the roads are wet. icy at this point. The temperatures will drop later tomorrow. Fog also may be a problem. Visibility 2 miles here in Madison. Few places see visibility even under 2 miles, and we'll see if the fog thickens up overnight. Winter weather advisories remain in effect until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for areas west of Dane County. Winter storm warnings north and west of Wisconsin Dells through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning as well. Look for temperatures to hold fairly steady overnight. There's a chance for snow showers tomorrow, again with an inch-or-two of accumulation possible. The temperatures will start dropping tomorrow afternoon. I'll be full forecast in a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thanks a lot. And what a difference 50 miles or so made today when it came to the weather. Heavy snow started falling about 10 this morning up in Baraboo, quickly making driving dangerous. Plow drivers struggled to keep up with it all. The city has all of its plows going, with drivers focusing in particular on hills, curves, and intersections.
Stand by, view.
And given the conditions, he thinks it will be tomorrow morning before the driving conditions see any sort of significant improvement.
More than 70 closings came into our newsroom today, most of them school districts in the area. Lodi Superintendent started talking with a dozen other districts yesterday. They also had a webinar with the National Weather Service before ultimately making the call to close schools.
View and Michelle on 3. Stand by, view.
Well, he says he thought he could get students to school safely, but worried about that commute home with ice and snow around dismissal time. Some of today's hardest hit places are also places with the least staff to clean it up. Leah Linscheid has that story from Richland Center.
121, Cosby has been dropped.
Cosby's been dropped. I heard Steph say that, I think. Yep.
And Facebook called it that.
Cosby's
Got it,
gone.
yep.
Got it. Thank you. We'll talk to you
First break.
first break. Right now we're in Leah's story about rural counties facing how they deal with the snow. She's in Richland Center. Oh, that's pretty. Turn your TV on, you'll see a shot of an eagle.
Stand by, view.
All right, Leah, thanks. It was a snowy day up in Wausau, the northern half of the state as well. The storm hit this morning just as some kids were being released early from school. They got several inches of snow from that storm taking a direct hit up there. And you can easily keep track of storms in Wisconsin all year long. Download our weather app. It has everything you need all right at your fingertips. Stay safe and informed with staff here at News 3.
Of course, we saw snow today, but people in California are dealing with a different type of storm. Gusty winds blew sand all around San Diego, knocking power lines and trees over. The heavy winds are blamed for killing at least one person as well. A woman died when a tree fell on her car. Police are giving more details today in the abduction and murder of a 13-year-old girl. Police say Nicole Lavelle was stabbed to death. Her body was found over the weekend. 2 Virginia Tech students were arrested in connection to her death.
A community making changes after a little boy was shot and killed. Several Beloit residents informed the State Line Peace Rally in honor of 5-year-old Austin Ramos Jr., who was killed during a drive-by shooting last month. The group is run completely by volunteers and hopes to partner with community members and leaders to help stop the violence in Beloit.
Stand by, view.
The group is also hoping to reach area children and has goals to provide a rec center, education support, and other activities to keep kids away from crime. An honor for the 3-legged pit bull who defended his Janesville home from armed robbers earlier this year. News 3 featured Levi last week. Today, Levi, honored by PETA. The 15-year-old dog has a bullet lodged in his shoulder. It also grazed his skull. Levi approached a man who had drawn a weapon on the homeowners. The award from PETA is a get-well doggy bag of sorts, including goodies, a blanket, Nylabone, and other treats.
A plane ran into a semi as it was making an emergency landing last night. This plane was trying to land at a Racine County airport. Some fuel spilled out as a result of the accident, but no one was hurt. GM is taking steps to sell its former manufacturing plant. The company hired a real estate firm to work with Janesville city leaders on a marketing strategy. GM is also cleaning up the property and contamination leaked by the plant. Speaker of the House Paul Ryan is going back to his roots. He's speaking at his alma mater in just 2 weeks. Ryan was a 1988 graduate from Janesville's Craig High School. During his time there, he was also the junior class president, a student council representative, and he was also on the track and soccer teams.
Took a long time, but we finally have a winner in the Iowa Democratic caucus from last night. A razor-thin margin gave it to Hillary Clinton, but not until about noon today, barely over Democratic counterpart Bernie Sanders. At least 6 precincts, in fact, had to break ties within that individual precinct with a coin toss. Clinton, the first woman ever to win the Iowa caucuses by just 0.2%. Sanders views it as a draw, and at the very least it shows Clinton has yet to establish herself as the Democrats' clear frontrunner. With Sanders' neighboring state of New Hampshire up next, Clinton may have to wait a while for a more solid win. And that New Hampshire primary a week from tonight. The latest CBS News poll shows Sanders leading there by 19 points. Ted Cruz beat Donald Trump and a rising Marco Rubio last night among Republicans.
The first U.S. case of the Zika virus transmitted through sexual contact was confirmed in Texas. There are more than 30 confirmed cases of the Zika virus in the country. All except the most recent patient were infected overseas as the virus rapidly spreads throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. The virus poses a serious health risk to pregnant women and is linked to birth defects. All right, up next, a more complete look at your forecast. Have we seen the last of the snow for a while? Gary's got the details.
And the emotional meeting between a grieving mother and the little girl who received her son's heart after he passed away. That's still ahead tonight at 10.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so now we're in commercial break. What a busy day. This is the, so you're on, what was it, just 2 Fridays ago, we had breaking news. Yesterday was busy because of the Iowa caucuses and all those speeches that we were trying to take live. Keeley is live at Madison at the Metro Market. We're probably going to take her again, right? Yeah, we're going to go back out to Keeley after this commercial. So if you get a chance to turn on your television, you can see what she's saying. Sorry. This all happened at 8, but it really like kind of amped up like around 9:30. So that's kind of where we are.
Yeah, Chief Koval had his press conference at 9:30.
Tough stuff. Anyway, so I saw a lot of you guys talking about like everyday stuff, like someone's birthday. We'd love to wish them a happy birthday, but we don't know. All the comments have scrolled up, so we'll get to kind of like regular, maybe more fun stuff in a little bit, but we got to get through this too. We're supposed to give away our Madison magazines tonight too. Shannon, what's all this turtle talk tonight?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We missed it.
Somebody else started that little.
We missed it.
It's not the kid, though. I like turtles. I like turtles.
Jeff, I like that,
You know that
sound
thing,
bite. If you drive like lightning, you'll crash like thunder. I'd never heard that before, that saying. If you drive like lightning, you'll crash like thunder. That was in Dave's story today.
Sure.
You've
know that.
heard that? I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
Show so far?
What's up, dude?
He said something about lug nuts, or he did a story about lug nuts?
Don't be a putz. Make sure you have lug nuts.
Is that what that was? Oh. Let me move
Remember,
this.
drivers, in an accident, it's not important who's right, it's who's left.
Oh, gosh.
How's that?
Gary.
Classic.
It is true, though. Yeah, that's your favorite thing, the camper and RV show.
I'll be there Friday. You guys can come join me.
Where are you going? RV
Camper
show?
and RV show. Yeah. Oh yeah.
This
You
Friday?
like that. Have you ever gone on an RV trip? No.
I'm a holiday boy.
He just tries to get out of the RVs without falling during his live show.
It's a lot of work. I love those RV shows.
Stand by.
Well, one person was shot and killed tonight outside a Madison grocery store.
This happened on the east side. That's where News 3's Keely Arthur joins us now with the very latest. Keely?
Stand by.
All right, Keely Arthur reporting. This is the 6,000 block Cottage Grove Road tonight. Keely, thank you very much. We'll rejoin her if we get any further updates. The Middleton Public Library and other news announced it will open this week for limited services. Now, you may recall the building had to close for emergency roof repairs. This was a little over a week ago. Now, starting on Thursday, all hold pickups will be available in the front lobby, and a mini library will be set up on the lower level. The library should completely reopen, they tell us, around February 24th. The Madison Ballet suspending the remainder of its season. The ballet says it hopes it's only a temporary closure. It'll happen following this weekend's performance. The ballet cites lack of donations, financial contributions like grants, as well as low ticket sales.
No.
Is it still slick out there?
Spots.
Spots? Okay.
My roads are just wet.
Stand by, view.
Staff members say it was done in order to keep things going for years to come. The company is considering sharing administrative services and doing artistic collaborations with other art groups around the city. Groundhogs all across the country say spring will be here early, including Jimmy the 12th out in Sun Prairie. This year he gave his prediction from inside his cage. You, of course, remember this video. Went viral last year. Different groundhog, by the way, bit the ear of Sun Prairie's then mayor, John Freund. And the most famous groundhog of all, Jimmy's counterpart, Punxsutawney Phil, also believes spring will come early. For what it's worth, the National Oceanic whatever, Gary, what's it called?
National Weather Service.
Atmosphere.
NOAA.
Yeah.
I was going to say NOAA. It pegs Phil's accuracy at about 45%, much lower than that of our colleague Gary Canalti.
Yeah, Gary, what do you think of that?
Yeah, he doesn't have to forecast whether it's going to rain or snow or have sleet or when's it going to start, when's it going to
He doesn't have to be real specific.
Yeah, it's just do you see your shadow or not? So he's got an easier job. But fortunately, the storm that we've had is starting to wind down. You can see temperatures are still
At or slightly above freezing. So roads for the most part are wet. Now, there's some slushy areas where the plows have to come through where the roads are still a little bit slippery. With time, though, we'll see some of this colder air part north and western temperatures drop below freezing up for up there.
Erica made a funny. Did you like that?
Tomorrow afternoon. But when that happens, we'll probably start to see some icy road surfaces again. Fog may be an issue tonight, too. Visibility down to 2 miles of an 8-cutting region.
Good cover, Eric.
Many locations across northern Illinois and eastern Iowa. Maybe just a little bit less than 1 mile. Winter storm warnings rate in effect north and west of Wisconsin, through central and northern Wisconsin.
Hey, we see you. So one more turtle summit, you're gone. Sorry about that, guys.
Winter weather advisories have
This
been
is
canceled here in Dane
kind of
County.
annoying.
Still remain for areas west of Dane County through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. You can see the fog on the live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Not a thick fog, but visibility about 2 miles.
Oh, shoot.
High day 34.
We'll have you look at Gary.
Starting out at 24, we're still very close to that. 33 with mostly cloudy skies and fog. The winds out of the northeast at 7 miles per hour, and the wind chill at 27 degrees. We look at some of the latest snow totals so far, some of the heavier totals from the storm. 7.5 inches at the National Weather Service office and across Oxford up in Marquette County, about 7 inches. So you can see many locations north of Madison in the 5 to 6 inch range. Here in town, though, we were closer to about 2 inches. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, a major severe weather outbreak was taking place down to the south across parts of Mississippi into parts of Alabama. All these reports here are tornadoes. In fact, some significant damage reported from this area of severe thunderstorms and tornadoes that moved from eastern Mississippi into the northern portion of Alabama. But as we take a look at the satellite radar for tonight, you can see most of the precipitation right now in the form of snow in the northern part of the storm. The severe weather threat starting to wind down, but still potential for at least some localized flooding from showers and storms that are moving through the areas south of the Ohio River. The main area of low pressure still sitting back around Kansas City, but a new area of low pressure starting to form right near southeastern Wisconsin, and this is what will become the main event as it pushes off toward the north and east. With the snow hanging back, may continue to linger into tomorrow, and then temperatures will start to drop as the storm passes through. And winter weather advisories west of Dane County through 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for temperatures to stay in the 30s overnight. We'll start to see some freezing drizzle and drizzle change to snow showers. Those will continue tomorrow with maybe an inch or two of accumulation. Tomorrow's high at 32 and the temperatures falling off in the afternoon. You can see the light mixed precipitation overnight, maybe a few rain showers even, changing to light snow and flurries, and then as everything moves out tomorrow night, notice those temperatures dropping through the 20s and into the teens by early on Thursday morning. On Thursday, look for high temperatures to stay in the low to mid-20s, and some flurries will approach from the west late in the afternoon. Otherwise, the 7-day forecast calls for temperatures to be pretty close to normal. Back up to 30 on Friday, mid-30s for Saturday, and low 30s for Sunday. Look at the early part of next week, though. Those temperatures drop significantly as we head toward Tuesday. Another blast of cold air expected for the middle of next week.
All right, quite a mess out there today, though. Right, Gary, thanks.
Yeah, but at least someone was enjoying the snow today. Check this out. Okay, this is video. Look at it. From a viewer. This is the Henry Vilas Zoo during the storm earlier today. Pure bliss for a polar bear. I love it.
They love it. You've been waiting for that.
Yes.
They love it every time they get some snow. All right, still ahead on News 3 at 10, an emotional meeting you won't want to miss.
A grieving mother hears her son's heartbeat once again, this time, though, inside the little girl whose life he saved.
Moving up front.
Moving up front. Okay. Uh-oh. Are we standing? Do I need my box? Okay. Nice bear shot. Hugs don't like snow? Really?
Get this guy.
I don't know. I did not. I sent an email.
Killing the whole thing.
Hey, Steph. Are you listening to me? Can you check your email real quick?
I got your box.
Okay, thank you. Too many dang shootings. I know it. We're going to put this here. Yeah, we're taking care of that, Gracie. Thank you for saying that, and I'm sorry that we can't get to that sooner sometimes. Yeah.
Annoying. Like if it was even mildly funny, we'd let it go, but not even close.
We'll be out to 4, guys.
So, as usual, this is what happens. I have to stand on a box.
She's not the tallest.
I'm not the tallest.
How are you doing over there? Didn't wait? Getting tired?
Jordan, you want to say hi to all
No,
our
no,
live
no.
He's growing his
streamers?
hair out.
Just kidding.
He's growing his hair out.
What? Yeah, he's growing his hair out.
Can you get it nice and long so he's got that lettuce sticking out of the hockey
I
helmet?
think I'm going to bring my dog
He's got a little
to
bit.
tomorrow.
I can bring that. Nobody's gonna mess
Slick
with
it
that.
back.
Well, my husband...
I've never met your dogs.
You haven't?
No. When would
Oh,
I
yeah,
know?
I know. Okay, so my husband has to go home. We have like a family emergency.
He's going to St. Louis for that?
Yeah. And so because of that, when I go home after the 6:30, I live on the east side of town, so it takes me like an hour, and I'm nervous with the weather, so I'm just going to bring my dogs back to work with me tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. Yes.
You gonna bring a crate?
No, we're just going to be like hanging out.
The weather pond?
Well, usually
Don't
what
let
I
them
do
eat
is
the
block
corn.
them off between like
1 minute.
Joe's old desk and SCO and mine. and do
You
the
actually
chairs.
have brought them here before?
Just on the weekend once.
You bring them from the Super Bowl?
They barked at me when I walked
I
in
know.
the door.
They
Want me to
only
bring
barked
my-
at Helen.
should I-
I'm
should I bring-
sorry.
should I bring
I
tape?
was like, don't.
Oh, God.
Should I bring tape?
Well, and they barked at, who are the other two people who
They didn't bark at Justin and Jesus, but Justin and Jesus were both scared.
Yeah,
They probably
so I don't
recognized
like.
me.
I did not want to be like
Coming
an
out
HR
4 there,
person.
bud?
Yeah.
They probably recognize me since they watch you on the news.
So you guys will get to see my big dogs, my big man-eating dogs.
100-pound Rotties.
Big dogs.
I make those.
Minnie has a face that looks
I
like
told
she'd
him
go-
to be nice to you, though, Helen, because you gave them treats.
Well, I won't be here tomorrow.
You ever seen a Rottweiler? That's right.
How much do you weigh?
Helen, yours
I weigh
fine.
more than you.
Yeah.
Stand by.
It was an emotional meeting between two families in Arizona this weekend.
Jordan Drake is a happy, giggling little girl now, but not too long ago she was fighting for her life and in need of a heart transplant. So around this same time, Lucas Clark, who was just a few months old, died. His organs were donated, and Jordan was chosen as the recipient of his heart. So this weekend, Lucas's mother met Jordan and her family for the very first time.
Stand by, view.
Jordan gave Lucas's mother a Build-A-Bear with a recording of the donated heart beating inside Jordan's body.
Unbelievably emotional moment there out in Arizona. Great story, though. Well, if you're one of the biggest stars at the Super Bowl ahead in sports, can you get enough tickets? We'll hear the latest on the big game next in sports.
Every time I see that story of that woman like holding up the stethoscope on the heart, I get a little teary-eyed. That's so sad. Sweet. Yeah. We need some good news, right? Hold on. Oh. Yeah. I think
That was Jay's tease.
that story has been kind of circulating for a day or so, but it is so sad because she puts the stethoscope right on her girl. I can't believe the doctors did that. Like, let her hear the beating heart for the.
Well, I mean, it's up to her.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, that's a really, like, tearjerker. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no, stay over there.
So, Jay's up next. If you guys are big, sports is gone. Okay. Steph always talks in our ear. I'll take you back there in just a second. But we're having like this family thing too with my nieces and my niece and my nephew. So my husband has to go to St. Louis, and they're not out of the water. So my niece and my nephew are twins, and I feel like it's okay to share it because it's been out there by my sister-in-law on Facebook. But if you guys believe in the power of prayer, I'd really appreciate some good thoughts because my niece is in some trouble. She was without oxygen for 30 minutes, and she might have some brain damage and organ damage. So my husband's going to go and see her very soon. He's trying to make those plans, and both kids they're a month old. They were twins, and they were preemies. So my nephew and my niece both have like RSV and like rhinovirus and like something else. It's like 3 different viruses. So thank you. I really appreciate that. You guys want to see Steph and Nicole? I'll take you back there.
1 minute.
I will take you back. Thank you. Thank you very much for all the good thoughts. It's very scary. Oh gosh. All right. Hold on. Okay, so here's Steph. If you've never met Steph before, she's our producer. She is the person who talks to us in our ears. She's the one who's telling us what's going on. Do you have time to tell us anything about the breaking news and how you decide to do the coverage that you do, or do you want me to come back to you?
Anytime. So tonight we overheard on the police scanners that someone had been shot, and it was the shooting happened near the Metro Market on the east side. And anytime, in Madison where there's a shooting, or any of the surrounding communities where there's a shooting, it's pretty serious because you never know if the public is at danger. And so tonight we made the decision to send our reporter Keely over there just to kind of see what's going on. And then as she was driving over there, we learned more that it was a deadly shooting, that one person had died, that the suspect was still, had not been caught, and had kind of fled the scene heading east. So we knew that we were definitely going to be going live on our shows, and we needed to make sure the public wasn't at danger. And then around 9:30 tonight, police held a news conference, and we were able to learn more details, which, you know, identified the person of interest, the Crowley.
That all happened very fast.
Yes, it
because I
was-
literally walked away for 5 minutes out of the newsroom, and it was like all these developments that happened.
Yeah, it was very quick, because I was going to say, even though like at 8:20, I think is kind of when we were knowing that we were going to go live and that we were going to put a reporter on this case to follow the investigation. And then it was like 9 o'clock, and she's doing her hit for the Fox 47 station that kind of broadcasts from News 3. And then it was like 9:15. They got word that, they had to quickly rush over to the East Side Police Station, which is just kind of right over that interstate bridge there on the east side, if you are familiar with that. So it was just probably a 3-minute drive from the Metro Market. And then from there, Chief Goval let us know, again, Crowley was a person of interest, and that a 25-year-old woman was the one shot and killed in the victim.
Are we going to go back out to Keely one more time?
We are going to go back out to the scene. Keely will not be giving us any more updates, but we will kind of recap what happened and who police are looking for, and just kind of let you guys all know that we will be monitoring this throughout the entire night.
Barbara Key says news reporting isn't easy. It takes all of us to report it. So whether it's Steph or Nicole or me or Eric or Keely, we're all gathering information. Hannah is really the center of our hub too, and you saw probably Hannah a little bit early. Thank you, Steph. Appreciate that. So there's Jay. If you're interested in Super Bowl stuff, what do you think? Were you cheering for Broncos or were you cheering for
trouble getting enough tickets for a big game like this, but Manning does have an advantage. His brother Eli, he was the winning quarterback for 2 Super Bowls too. So
this is Nicole.
Hits up his little brother for some help.
Nicole is very famous because her husband was in a story last week, and we call him the V-Town player because he donated a kidney. And then also, if you watched Live at 4, Nicole's hedgehog was on the news today.
What? You?
Super Bowl 50 right here on Channel 3 Sunday.
So she's telling, so she's like directing this whole show, and it's a very, very, very important part of our newscast.
For Lady Gaga's national anthem is 2 minutes and 20 seconds, the longest Super Bowl national
David
anthem.
says, yes, hedgehog. Well, get this, his hedgehog. What's his name, Nicole?
We'll play back. That's all. His name is Quill Wayne. After Lil Wayne, the rapper.
What was his second name going to be?
The second choice was going to be Prince Quilliam. But my husband picked Quill Wayne.
I like Quill Wayne.
That's an awesome
Quill
name.
Wayne's got street cred, you know.
Little buddy.
Thank you. Broncos, baby. Yep, yep. I feel like I have to root for Carolina a little bit because I live in Carolina. But I would rather see the Broncos kind of ride off and win. You know what I mean?
You guys talking about
We were talking about
Quill
we were
Wayne in
talking
there?
about Quill Wayne. We were talking about
Okay.
You know what? Don't even come out to graphic. Just come out to the 4 shot.
this is the 4-shot. Okay.
Yep, 4 shot.
4-shot.
And feel free to take as much time as you want. I mean, the weather's winding down, so.
So if you are just joining us too, this is the first homicide of Madison, for Madison. Just 2 weeks ago we reported, not even 2 weeks ago, we reported on that little boy who was shot at near a grocery store.
That was in Beloit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's in Beloit. But I mean, just like...
That's not Madison.
No, but I mean, we were talking about it being near the Piggly Wiggly, this is by the Madison... Oh, you know what? Keely, for the first time, mentioned that she was apparently a worker there. We had never said
Allegedly,
that.
she said.
Allegedly, but I mean, we had never even mentioned that before, and that she was getting off her shift. I know, but I'm just saying, like she.
I don't want to go there yet.
No, but she put it out there.
She did.
Yeah. Sorry, we're.
You should have a harassment.
What's happening? Okay.
Once again, you're looking live at the east side and recapping what we know about Madison's first homicide of the year. Police called here to Madison's Metro Market on Cottage Grove Road, the 6,000 block near the east side Great Dane. About 8 tonight, a 25-year-old woman shot and killed. Police are looking for a 26-year-old Christopher O'Crawley, considered a person of interest, considered armed and dangerous as well, possibly driving a Volkswagen Jetta, model year 2000, license plate 720 KRW. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you are asked to call 911 and stay with us. Of course, we'll have updates on Twitter and channel3000.com and the very latest tomorrow on News 3 this morning.
Good night.
Oh, good job.
Good job, Gary. Gary was like
I
this.
spoke enough today.
All right, come on over here.
All right. Good job, everybody.
Good job, everybody.
So are you spending the night at the station? I've got the air mattress in there. You're more than welcome.
I don't know, is it Sound of Music tonight at the Overture? We took
Hey, Dad. It's
advantage of
Neil
this.
Hyman.
Why did you guys do the Sound of Music?
I have so much work to do. I'm doing this monster speech piece. And this guy,
You didn't want to? You know, I
oh,
had
you kind of wanted to.
I had never seen the movie The Sound of Music until we were on our last vacation.
Oh my
And
gosh, it's one of the
I wanted
greatest.
Charlie wanted to see Airplane, and we couldn't get it.
Oh,
For
yeah.
the DVD player.
Airplane.
All right, so
Sound of Music instead.
Wesley, good job, Gary. He did a really good job that last block, didn't he? He was like, wait. I thought the air mattress was gone too. So, in a breaking news situation, we have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of moving parts. There's Chris. Chris does all of our feeds, and he does a lot of editing. And he likes really spicy food. So if you ever want to bribe him, get him a gift certificate at Thai Basil, and he'll work hard. There's Hannah, and Hannah is like our hub person. So she is like the person who's like taking in phone calls from field crews. She's the one who usually puts out information online very quickly. She's monitoring everyone's Twitter accounts. She's the first person who reported this shooting tonight. She heard it on the scanner. She made a lot of phone calls. And she's... Did you hear her? She said because she's a badass. And then she got everyone out there. So we had to readjust because Keely was working on the roads tonight. I mean, that's like everybody's
Good
story.
job.
So everyone has to kind of, you know, work together as journalists. You might see just me, Eric, or Keely out there, but there's, you know, photographers, there's editors, there are assignment editors, there are producers and directors. So Hannah is my cat's name, which is funny because Hannah has a cat named Stella.
Hannah is a cat.
And Stella has a cat named Hannah?
Yeah!
What?
No.
Oh.
Sherry has a cat named Hannah.
Wouldn't it be funny if she was Stella and she had a cat
Yeah.
named Hannah?
Sherry, you should just change your name to Stella. It'd make the story a lot better.
My cat is super
Don't you know?
legit.
Teamwork. There's no I in team. Well, there kind
All
of
right.
is if you look at
Come
that
here,
stuff. on-
So I gotta leave because I've got my better half with me.
Look at him! Hi, world.
I mean,
Hi,
one of my
world.
better halves. My son stayed late tonight with me because my other son went to play with my wife. So it's a late night for a 5th grader, but
Yeah.
so I'm gonna bail because it's 10:45 and it's past his bedtime.
Jordan, what time do you usually go to sleep?
Probably 9:30.
Yeah.
School night about an hour ago. So, but for the Sound of Music at Overture.
Someone said, hi, Jordan.
This is Jordan.
This is Jordan.
He's my man.
He's a good boy.
So
Looks like you.
he looks a little bit more like his mom. The other one was cursed with my looks.
He's cute. Thank you. And very well mannered and well behaved and smart and good athlete.
Let me show you what he looked like when he was
Uh-oh.
really little.
Francis,
This is what he used to look like. Can you see that?
look at him. Oh,
That's what he looked like 5 years ago. So we're gonna head out of here. So you guys have a good night. Hopefully we'll have more time to talk tomorrow.
Yeah, if people would stop doing crazy stuff, you know, we could actually talk and have fun. I guess I should still, though, I'm going to give away 3 Madison magazines. I guess, yeah, I got to, because I've been putting it off. Yes, but let me, let's talk for like 10 minutes while I get this.
They're leaving now.
If you want to.
It's kids' night,
So this is the deal. I just want to tell everyone, this is the deal. You have to understand that this is not a real contest. I do not want to get in trouble. I don't want to get, like, in jail by the Facebook police or anything. So this is just, like, stuff that we give away because, like, people give us cool stuff. Like, the last couple weeks, it's been, like, Packers gear. I got other things. I got books. I got... I have a pet cube that's really neat. So in order to win, basically, you have to, like, I ask people to tell me their favorite thing to do in Madison, and you get double entries if you like my page and if you share the post. So you get another entry for each one of those. So Steph is going to help cut. Oh, is my water leaking? Sorry.
Was it? I don't know.
No, I just...
Do you have a bowl we're putting these in?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the bowl. So we're going to do this while we're talking. Any more updates, Hannah?
From what? What? No.
No.
Not that I know.
It's interesting because if you are listening to, like, scanner traffic, there's a lot of stuff on scanner traffic that we can't report.
Yeah.
How do you go about that, Hannah?
What?
Like deciding what to report when you hear something on the scanner
I
and
can't report anything I hear on the scanner.
and why is that?
Because I could mishear, or police could say something that, like, for instance, they searched 4 residences tonight looking for Christopher. If I put all those addresses and none of them had him in it and none of them had anything to do with him. So if we put that out there, that would put people at, like, can't do that.
Right. And we're telling you this because you can listen to the scanner traffic. It's not like something that
I sometimes do at home. Hashtag news nerd.
So that's the thing. We can't report on what we hear on the scanner, but we can. What we can do is call dispatch or ask, the police when we go out on the scene. We can ask whoever the officer. I don't know if it's like the officer on duty or the officer in charge who can talk.
We make decisions based on what we hear on the scanner.
Yes, so we do make decisions. If you couldn't hear Hannah, on what we hear on the scanner. So Hannah heard this first. What did you hear, by the way, on the scanner?
It came across.
Yeah. I mean, can you say it or no? Do you not want to say it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been out there. I heard that there was a report of a shooting at Metro Market, and I was like, oh, I think I know where that is. I Googled it. And then another officer said he was nearby because East Precinct is like 2
It's
blocks
right
away.
over that bridge.
Yeah. And he got there and he said, yep, 1 person on the ground shot in the head.
Oh, God.
And that's when we sent Keely.
Actually, it's 2 blocks away from where I used to live.
Well, that's it. It's really interesting because we have a lot of people who live on the west side who work in this newsroom. Steph and I have lived on the east side, even though you just left.
Yeah, I
You
just
left the east
actually
side.
moved to the west side, but yeah, where the police station is on the east side, that was my old neighborhood, and I've gone to that Metro Market many times, to get
It's a
groceries.
nice
And,
market.
yeah, it's right across from the East Side Great Dane, if you've ever been there. So it's definitely, and there's some new apartments back there, so it's, a very nice neighborhood, and, always busy, too, because you have people coming in and out of that apartment complex, and the Great Dane, is just a popular restaurant and bar, and especially for the East Side in that neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, I live on the east side too, and just a couple months ago in December, there was that shooting where a guy was shot 17 times. That was like right in my backyard. And I thought, oh gosh. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening, but I guess the most comforting. Bye, Hannah. Good job.
Hannah.
I don't want to say comforting because that's not a good word, but at least for the public's sense of comfort, knowing that their targeted incidents is a little bit reassuring as opposed to somebody at random going and shooting people. So, did he live? The guy that got shot by my house. That was wasn't it some sort of
AutoZone parking lot? Yeah.
I've gone to that AutoZone. Actually, they replaced my headlights. So, and then there was that standoff last week at Visions.
Yeah.
So I kind of live in that area on the east side. So, okay, sorry, let me address this. If you want to win in the future, we do this like every week. We give away just random stuff. It's my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/MLITV. So Michelle Lee TV. It's my public page. We'll do it again. We literally do it every week. So this week we're giving away 3 Madison magazines because I think if I give away 4, I might get fired. All right. Hey, Steph.
And you forgot to mention the best part. There's an article about you in this Madison magazine.
That's where it started from because Eric was making fun of me because I'm in it. But all of the News 3 anchors will be in it eventually. So
our first winner is Steve Woodward.
Steve Woodard?
Woodard. And he shared.
He shared it.
So,
yes.
Congratulations, Steve. Okay.
I need to win. I did all the stuff. I need the cube.
Oh, look who I just drew again.
Steve Woodard! Steve! Well, that's why it pays to do it more than once.
Well, am I drawing 2 more or just 1 more?
Yeah, 2 more.
Okay.
No, Steve doesn't get 2.
Okay.
Sorry, Steve. Tara says, pick me, please.
All right, Stephanie, great name, Glider, likes the Madison Farmers Market and the Memorial Union for ice cream.
Me too. I always take my parents there when they come, or any guests.
Okay.
Farmers market's so fun. I love the
farmers market.
Stella's bread. Oh my god, I love that stuff. So bad.
And then Barbara Key won.
Yay!
She says another great place to go with family and friends is Old Brick Gardens, which also has outdoor concerts during the summer.
I do like Old Brick because that's by my house too.
I went to Old Brick when they had the what's that?
Was it a
smelly?
Mansfield?
Yeah, the smelly.
Oh, the Venus flytrap.
The Venus
or whatever?
flytrap when it opened.
Ugh.
And it smelled like garbage.
Yeah, it smells like straight up garbage. Okay, so Stephanie, Steve, and Barbara, I will send you all messages, and then you've got like basically a couple days, the end of the week, to get it to me. And if you don't give me your address, then I can't send it to you. Thank you, Steph.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you going to be here for a while?
Yeah.
Your hair looks very cute.
Is it?
Did you straighten it?
I straightened it today.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Thanks.
Yes, you are an East Sider. We're both, well, Steph has left us, but she's an East Sider at heart. So we'll just always call her an East Sider. But, you know, when people get shot, like, right in your backyard, you're kind of like this. Oh. And wasn't there that home invasion, too? Yeah, there was an armed home invasion in the other half of her duplex. So that does kind of make you go, oh, God, I don't want to live there. We bought our house, so we're stuck there. We're not stuck. I actually really like my neighborhood. My neighborhood's great. My neighbor, Sue, is like in her 80s. She's amazing. And if I don't get out early enough, she will actually try to plow my sidewalks. My other neighbor, Ray, also in his 80s, he lets me pick his pears off of his tree, his pear tree, and I made him like pear bread and pear jam this summer. My daughter is 13 on March 3rd. 13 is a very fun age. Gosh, this light's really bright. It's like blowing me out. Good night. I'm Miss Madison. Who are you? Who am I? I'm Michelle Lee from Channel 3 in Madison on WISC TV. And I'm the 6 and 10 o'clock anchor. Is that okay, Brendan? Thank you for reporting so quickly tonight. When I heard Metro Market, it made me nervous due to the fact I have so many friends working there every night. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, that's scary. That would be very scary for me. Well, we were saying we really like that. I like that store. I don't actually go to that one. It's easier for me to pick up my groceries on the west side on my break. That's what I do on my breaks here. Samantha, happy birthday. She's 25 on Friday. Getting old. I'd love to be 25 again. Car crash in Janesville, Highway 51. Any updates? Have you seen an alert for a bad crash in Janesville on Highway 51? Anyone? I don't think we've seen it.
No, we haven't gotten anything on that yet. What'd they say?
Highway 51, Janesville. Well, thanks. I really appreciate the compliment on the live stream. I don't know what other stations are doing out there. I'm sure everyone's using live, but we've been live streaming on and off on different things for like almost like 5 years. So, you know, we really believe that you should talk to people and like engage with people, and like you should be on, like, I call it a journey of discovery with us. So, you know, we really like it when you guys help us problem solve and are a part of the news process, because I feel like that's how it should be. We're all in a community. We live here. You know, we care about this place. So, any big crashes to report after the storm day? We really didn't see any. Let me look. Are you talking to me? Were you talking to me? Yes, Barbara, send me your address in a private message. I was going to send you a message too, but I haven't done that yet. You had carbon monoxide poisoning? Oh, okay. So Jeff, Steph just put a link in under the WISC thing about a crash, maybe. Oh, Jason, thank you. We like compliments. We don't know how to take compliments very well, but we like them. I bet people don't give away all their stuff. I don't really want another Green Bay Packers mug, though. You know, I feel like I should just give that away. What else do I have that I can give away? I have this book. This was a really neat book. This is from a friend of mine. But I think it's a very specific book on having trouble conceiving. So I don't know if anyone wants that one. I mean, it's a great book, but I'm just saying. I'm going to think of something else. Every day we get... Oh! Do you think Sko will let me keep this?
What is it?
This mug? I'm going to give this away. So, okay. We got this today in the mail. I should ask him first, but I think we should give this mug away. We got this from the American Heart Association because Go Red for Women is coming up. When is that? Is that February? Is that now? This is live, Travis. We're live. American Heart Month is February, and Friday you're supposed to wear red for National Wear Red Day. Oh shoot, one more thing. Dang it, I got too much in my head. Tomorrow is Buddy Check 3 Day because it's the 3rd of the month. So that means on February 3rd, we are partnering, or let me back this up. On the 3rd of every month, we ask you to do a self-breast exam and then to ask 3 of your friends or loved ones to do the same. So it's called Buddy Check 3. And then also, while we're doing that, we team up with Susan G. Komen and area businesses. And this week, we are teaming up with Gail Ambrosius in Atwood, and she's going to donate 10% of her proceeds from 11 to 1 o'clock to Team WISC and to Susan G. Komen. So, in case you want to know, because I know that there are always like, well, where does the money go? 75% of the money from Susan G. Komen stays local. So that helps local families with like rent or getting certain tests or whatever it may be. They help with that, and then 25% of the money goes to research. And the research is really important because, like, nationally they provide grants back locally. So, like, I know the UW has received a lot of grants from Susan G. Komen to help researchers do the work and find, like, you know, major strides in cancer. So, and breast cancer actually affects, you know, not just women, but also men. My dad's a very good family friend of mine, who was a guy, had breast cancer. And the thing that I think is really terribly sad about that is that he kind of went through it alone because he was so embarrassed that he had breast cancer. He's just like this old school guy. So anyway, just telling you, that's what we're doing tomorrow. So I'll be out there probably at 11 taking some orders from folks, and hopefully you guys will see us there and buy some chocolate for you, sweetie. Let me think. Let me see one more thing real quick. Keely's been sending us emails. Keely has been working very, very hard out in the field, and she has got a morning show update. Okay, but that could change. That could totally change. Obviously, they might find that guy overnight. Christopher O'Crawley is the person of interest. It's very interesting because he does have a Facebook page that I'm pretty sure is him, but can't share that, obviously. Weather will still be an issue in the morning. Slick spots out there. I slid today, which was scary. That's it. Are you guys still out there? Because I see you guys joining. Hold on. Sometimes the stream gets like overloaded. And no one has said anything. Let me go on our Facebook page. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so my feed is not updating, so I was like, I guess no one's out there anymore. I'm just still talking. What was the name of the conceiving book? This book is called Inconceivable, and it's just a fiction novel. It's really about this woman who falls in love with a guy, and he ends up being a prince. So it's kind of a fun book. It's not really like what to do if you're trying to conceive, but because I've been very open. My husband and I have had infertility issues. We've been together for 13 years, married for almost 8, and still no baby. That's why we have 2 dogs. So my friend, who also had the same issue and adopted 3 children, 3 beautiful children, wrote this book. She was a journalist, and so I did a story in November on a woman named Mel Boyd. And Mel was really cool, is still really cool, but she was told that she would not be able to have a baby unless she had a surrogate or adopt. And so she had already done like IVF a couple times, and just wasn't working. So her sister volunteered to be her surrogate, and we were there when they got the test back, and unfortunately it was negative. That's not the outcome that we had hoped for, but it has pushed the Boyd family, Mel and TC, they're such a cute couple too, but it pushed them to start the process for adoption. So it was cool. Trying to look at what else you guys are saying, because I have to look on my desktop now. For whatever reason, it's not working. No more book. Okay, all right, all right. What were your other questions? Because now I can't see the stream at all. I have like 4 more minutes before I bore you all to tears. If we have a love connection on this live stream, let me know. We'll do a Valentine's Day story on it.
Would there be so we can do a story on that?
I know. Well, I don't know. Either Grant is trolling or he
Grant may be a little bit of a troll.
But Grant did say hi to you a couple times. Oh no. Okay, get it under control, Grant. What's DAP? DAB. Dab, please. What's DAB? What stories are you working on for future broadcasts? You know, it's a really good question. February is a very big month for us, and February is when we have our ratings period, so we have a lot of promotable stories this month. Okay, I'm trying to read your other posts. Hey, if you want to talk about Cam Newton, I do like Cam Newton. He's a little flashy, but I actually like him. My mom and dad were married 7 years before I came along. Mom has Alzheimer's and now tells people that adds that the reason was that when they were married, dad was told the woman always liked the bottom, so they had bunk beds for 6 years. Then the beds broke and they ended up in the same bed. It's funny. Oh, dabbing is a dance? Really? Hey, what's dab? Is that a dance? Am I getting played right now?
It's two different things.
What is it? Is it dirty?
No.
Okay.
One is a dance. The other is an illegal substance.
Oh, what's the illegal substance?
Waxed marijuana.
Waxed marijuana? Oh, the dab thing, right? This is like Cam Newton's thing. Yeah, it's like, isn't it like this? Or like this? It's Cam Newton's little thing, right? Or the Panthers? Thank God. I thought you guys were being gross. I don't know what all of you kids are talking about these days. Yeah, I got it. I got the dab thing. What does it stand for? What does it stand for? I have no idea. But it's like this, right? Like, why does he do that? Cover your mouth. Oh, cover your mouth with your elbow? I gotta do it all the way back there? I don't know about this. It's funny because I lived in North Carolina. But don't live there anymore. I wanted the Packers to be in it. Jason, I forgot to remind you, you were supposed to visit me at Ralph Lauren on your New Year's vacation. I know, we didn't go to Ralph Lauren. I'm very sorry. We went to J. Crew. I was like a passenger, so I had to like go where everybody else went. Wonderful, thank you. My dab? Wait, I want to do it again. My mouth to my elbow like this? I feel like I'm not doing it right. It's like this, right? Where do you live in North Carolina? I lived in Wilmington. You're at Lejeune? You're in Jacksonville. Yeah. So we covered Jacksonville. I'm sorry, Camp Lejeune. That's what you're supposed to say now. Do you say Lejeune or Lejeune? When I was in Wilmington, I lived in Wilmington for like a year the first time around, and then like 3 years the second time around. And yeah, Wilmington's really cool. So we would get all these Marines who would come down on the weekends and just rough everybody up in Wilmington. So that was always fun news to gather. But I love Wilmington. Love it, love it, love it. I think if I had to move somewhere, though, I would probably live like a little up north, like in Topsail, or a little south in Carolina Beach. I like Carolina Beach. It's kind of, you know, they call it like rednecky a little bit, but I guess I'm a little rednecky, so. Wilmington's kind of like Madison. You know, I guess I could see that, but in terms of like politics, they're polar opposites. So Madison is very like more on the liberal side, and Wilmington's more on the conservative side. But a lot of Dems, a lot of Democrats in Wilmington. I like Wilmington because it's got a lot of great art, like truly great artists. You know, the film and the movies scene is really cool. I was in a couple movies and projects out there. So yeah. Todd wants to know, how long was I in Springfield? I was in Springfield, Missouri for 8 years. So Springfield, Missouri also, in a lot of ways, is like Madison, but also politically polar different. So like, I'm reading all your questions, sorry. I was in Wilmington from 2002 to 2003. Then I was in Springfield from 2003 to 2010. So not quite, it was like 7.5 years. And then I was in Wilmington again from 2010 to 2013. And then I've been in Madison since 2013. So we like Madison quite a bit. It will be really hard for me to go back to some place like, for instance, Springfield, because like here, there's just a lot of diversity, and some people will say there's not enough diversity, but I think there is. This is probably the most diverse place we've ever lived. Everywhere is different than Madison politically. This is true, but there are a lot of towns that are like kind of, I feel like, would be good fits, like Portland or Seattle or Austin, San Francisco. It seems like those are kind of like, Madison's probably like the smallest out of all of them. But Madison's really only a smaller market because we're surrounded by Milwaukee and Chicago, and then La Crosse is right up the road. So, Joanne, you lived in Springfield for 1 year, college years, long, long ago. Barbara, wow, it seems like you've been here longer. I hope that's a good thing. Tour of the office? I don't feel like getting up. Hold on. This is real. Hold on. So this is our newsroom. It starts with my news director's office, our conference room, our televisions, my news manager's office, more offices and offices and offices. There's Steph. There's Krista. Krista's the 9 o'clock producer. So everyone is mostly gone. This is our 1980s television. It's probably 2000. There's Kaylee. Great job.
No.
What? You didn't think so? I'm live streaming.
Well, it was a great lad then.
I thought you did a good job. Do you have any?
It's just the mixed minus is like the thing that threw me off.
Oh no, you had a mixed minus
Then
issue?
you hear the echo. But we thought I don't know, that was the one thing. But it was
Okay.
okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Hold on. Dang it. Alright, I'll let Keely get back to work since she's here late. Keely finally off the road. I know, sometimes it's really long. A long day for her. I need to actually ask her something about this story. Hey. Yeah, she was reporting from Cars All Day too. She's a trooper. She really hauled it today. Earned her money. That's what we like to call it. Man, you really earned your money today. Joanne, thanks. This live streaming thing is really incredible. I love it. Yeah, yes, ask her. I know, she's in the middle of it. I'm going to get to her in a second. I'll ask and I'll leave it on the live stream. I don't like to scream. My voice is already loud. Did they give you a picture of O'Crowley or whatever his name is? Oh, how did you find out the name? Oh. They released it later? Okay, so I'm your live streaming, but I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so you at 10 o'clock mentioned that she may have been a worker there.
Right.
That was the first time I had heard that officially. Did someone say that? Or
So
what?
I asked Koval at the press conference, I was like, was she a worker? And he kind of elaborated on that and said that she may have been a worker. So like I said, allegedly.
Okay.
And then, or police believe, and that he did say something along the lines of that she was leaving her job.
Oh.
She was walking out. So that's why I say she may have been, and her shift may have been ending.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure. I was like, ooh. Because that was the first time I had heard that. Yeah. But you did a really good job. Did you feel good about the live shots? I didn't watch the first one. First one at 10 or the first one at 9? Oh. I don't feel like that. No. You need to go back and watch it.
And I was just, because I didn't have, all of a sudden, Hannah sent this email, his name and his description.
Oh, yeah.
Changed. So I called Steph and I was like, how do we want to, now that we have a name.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's what I think of when I do it. I always just want to do the new information first.
Right.
But like instead of like getting it all out there and being like, ugh, you could just say, you know, we're getting a lot of new information right now. We just learned his name. Granted, we would probably say that in the intro. So you just go like, yeah, Eric and Michelle, this information just came down to us. Let me step out of the way so you can get a good point of the scene, like a good look at the scene.
Yeah.
So that's what I do, so that you can take. So when you're thinking, you can take a breath, and so you're like, let me step out of the way so you can get a good look at the scene. As you can see, this scene is still an active. Yeah, this scene is still an active situation. Here's what we're learning right now. We are learning that the person of interest is 26-year-old Christopher O'Crawley. Police are saying that this was a targeted incident. So you totally do the inverted pyramid where all the new information and most important information is up top, and then you just go back. So, I mean, to me, stepping out of the way is good because then Brian can zoom, gives him something to look at. He can pan over if you don't have any video.
Right.
But they'll, like, the anchors and the producers will always want the new stuff first, and so all you have to do is kind of just be like, yes, you're right. All that's just coming in right now. This just came in like the last 15 minutes, so we're still trying to sort through the information, but let me step out of the way so you can get a look at the scene. Yeah. Investigators are still here. This is an active investigation. Yeah. Like, that's what I do.
And then you can just start listing out the stats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gives you time to breathe a little bit. Yeah. It's easier to say that, though, when I'm sitting here, but... No, you didn't. Yeah. No, and it was urgent, and it was, like, live, and that's just how it is. But I think after a while, too, sometimes... unfortunately or fortunately, you get to the point where a lot of this stuff is the same at every situation. So it's like, police aren't saying much, but here's what they'll tell us, you know, and this is all new, this is all late breaking, and a lot of times you can almost like write it in your head before you even get out there, so you're not stressed, you know.
Right. And I like, well, you always like, you know, say like, here's what we know, like, because it's just, and then you can, it's a really nice way of just starting to like lay down the information. Mm-hmm. And so like I think I used that in the second like the updated video, and I thought that was like helpful. Like, here's what I know tonight, and then I just say it what I know.
Yeah. And even like when you don't know something, that's good too. Like you can just say, you know, we really don't know, you know, we still, here's what, like, because if you watch like, I always watch like, you know, cable stations too, just to get like an idea of like how people dance around things that we kind of know but don't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, we still don't really know who the victim is, but when we asked the chief, I mean, you just talk normal, you know, when we asked the chief tonight who she was, he wouldn't say she was a worker, but that she may have been leaving her shift. So that, you know, that makes us believe that maybe she was, or makes us question whether she worked here. You know, so, and like I once had a news director who said, expand your coverage as much as possible. Like, if the plane goes down, can you talk about it for 5 minutes straight? You know, like that kind of stuff. Right. So, you know, here we're like very restricted. We're really restricted to like 1.5 or, you know, 1 minute or whatever. But like, you know, we were in Missouri when the governor's plane went down. So like, you have to be able to just talk and talk and talk. So always be thinking about like how you can expand your coverage and.
Okay.
And so sometimes that's how you get like time back when you're saying like, you know, we still don't know X, we still don't know Y, we still don't know Z, but here's what we asked, and here's what, you know, looking around, we can see that, you know, this was a busy scene today. Like there were a lot of people out here getting groceries, the lot's full, you know, just seeing what you can see, but then also sometimes addressing what you are still trying to find out.
Okay.
But you did great. You did a wonderful job. Yes, go back and look.
I'm happy at least because, like, in lacrosse, I never had any of this experience. Like, nothing happened, and so at least, like you said, you know, there's a certain point where these unfortunately become very similar.
Yeah.
And so, like, that's helpful.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
I mean, the bottom line is that there's never enough information. You know what I mean? So, like, you never really know.
Right.
So it's always like, police aren't saying much, but here's what they're telling us. And
Yeah. Okay.
you did a really good job. Go back and watch it. Everyone says you did a great job. Teresa says you did great all day. And I think Barbara actually said, wasn't Keely doing traffic today? You were like everywhere.
Ready for my,
I know.
update to that.
So, anyway, I would have ended the live stream, but I was still talking, so I hope that's okay. Can't see all of your posts. So I think we're probably gonna go. Kyle says you did a great job. Buck, what are you doing? Don't troll. If you guys, if you troll, you gotta go. Top 5 fruits, go. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are still fruits, right? Is a tomato a fruit? Yes, it's fruit. If you're an American Heart Association, you give a chocolate. That's what happens when you stay late and you're hungry. No, don't go. What are your favorite fruits? Alright, guys. Have a good night. We're gonna get out of here, but I do appreciate you hanging out and also just kind of listening to us talk shop. So, of course, we'll stay on this and we'll have the latest updates on Facebook and on channel3000.com. But, thank you so much, and we'll see you back tomorrow, hopefully. Alright, bye. Thank you.